Hello and welcome you crazy people to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and today we've had some news from Warhammer Fest regarding Kill Team, Rogue Trader, Speed Freaks and some other like 40k goodies, but obviously I'm going to sort of tint my content video here towards Kill Team because that's what I play and I don't really play 40k full on. There's a couple of things I'm very excited about, a couple of things I'm a little bit weary about, but we'll go through sort of specifically what they've announced and we'll talk about what I think about that kind of thing. So we'll get there. So obviously at the minute we're just on the Warhammer community thing. They've got a blog basically. There's quite a lot of things on the blog regarding Necromunda, 40k, all that kind of stuff. If that's something you're interested in, obviously do go and like check it out because there's quite a lot here. Regarding like Blood Bowl and all that kind of stuff, so do keep that in mind. But there is Rogue Trader, Orcs, Endless Spells, Sisters Battles and more, and that's what we're going to focus on. So Rogue Trader, well, I can read it here. It's got it written down. Rogue Trader is a massive expansion to Kill Team that has something for every kind of player. Basically, I'll play the video while I'm talking about it, but it's literally just that and with some music, I think. But yeah, Rogue Trader is basically an expansion for Kill Team, and I think it's got a new map, it's got new terrain, it's probably got some new units. I was playing that, but it wasn't really going to do anything. As you can see from this picture, which if we increase it, it looks probably like 2 new factions, very interesting factions, let's not lie, but it looks like 2 new factions. And the board comes with it. This is the board I think that comes with it, and it's got some like doors and stuff like that. They call it the True Hawk. So like it's indoors basically is how you meant to play that game. Very, 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 very interesting. Now, well, so here it says, essentially you're getting 2 Kill Team start sets in one, and you'll find thematic kill teams, per kill zones. All very well. It's called the True Hawk and the Imperial Shrine. Fine. But there is something I have a bit of a problem with. But it's hard to say how much of a problem I have with it because we don't quite know what it will be. So let me find, where is it? Yeah, so this line here has me slightly concerned, right? The Kill Team Rogue Trader box set is more important than miniatures. It's a toolbox with something to offer for every Kill Team player, from those using the system to forge thrilling narratives to die-hard tournament players. Now, I like competitive gaming, and I like it fair, I like it balanced, and I like it so where you don't have to buy things that you don't want. I'm not too interested in buying Rogue Trader on its own. I don't really have that. I'm not interested necessarily in the models. I'm not that interested in the map. I might do. We'll see how much it is. We'll see when it gets released. I think it might be September. But the worrying line there to me is the fact that there is something for die-hard tournament players in this box. Now, is that just new factions? If that's the case, that's fantastic. Fantastic. If you want those factions, buy this box. More than happy with that. If, however, that is a set of rules for Kill Team, i.e. maybe you need to buy it to go to a tournament, so because that tournament might do interiors, then I'm not exactly too thrilled about that. I don't want to have to buy this with all the miniatures in it to play high-level competitive play. And of course I don't have to do it, but if you include like generic tactics in there, which I might want, then you're sort of forcing me. I realise you're not actually forcing me, but if I want to remain competitive, in theory, if they're the best ones, then you sort of are. Then, you know, it depends what's in this for hardcore die-hard tournament players, basically. If it's optional rules, like, I don't want this to turn into 40k. I don't want to have to buy a general handbook. I don't want to have to buy codexes. Like, if you want that, play 40k. If this turns into a situation where you need several different expansions to like maintain competitiveness, I'm gonna get a bit salty. Like straight off the bat, like that's not gonna be great. it depends what it is. If it's just the new factions, great. If it's sort of anything else, basically, I don't want this. I don't want to have to buy this to, well, let's say I go to an event. If somebody has something from this that they can use against me that's not just factions, as in like something I could use myself, but they have it and I don't, and I'm like, that's better than what I have, then that's bad. Like, flat out, that's bad. It might not be the case. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm too early. We don't know what it is. I know I did a video about the unique tactics, and I sort of softened my stance on that. I sort of think that's okay. You've got to buy your faction box no matter what. They need to make money. Fine. But this one has me worried because I don't want a trend of like updated expansions to the rules that you have to do to remain competitive. Like, I want to be able to go to an event and know all the rules myself, play the game as is. I don't want to have to buy extra books. Or at least if I'm buying a book, maybe I buy one a year like the General's Handbook and that's it. But we'll see. I'm jumping ahead of the gun. I know. I'm jumping ahead of the gun. I'm jumping too far ahead. We don't know what it is, but I just want to get it out there. I'm concerned. Everything else looks fantastic, to be fair. The Rogue Trader box looks amazing. But I said to Kate, we were driving home from London today, and I said to Kate, like, I never want to play a game where I have to buy something I don't want to become as competitive or have all the competitive things that I need. If that becomes the case, I might even drop the game. That's how strongly I feel about it. But I'm aware I'm very early right now, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on because that could be the board looks very nice. Everything else looks bloody fantastic, to be fair. And the other releases, so these are things that we sort of expect as part and parcel. These aren't anything revolutionary here. You have the Death Watch, 5 models, and the trees. Don't like the trees. Flat out just going to say, they don't like the trees. I know they're meant to be like alien trees, but I don't like them. It's just not, I don't know why, I just don't like them that much. The rest of the terrain I think is fantastic. This one is very interesting because like you get 10 because 10 at the minute's only like 15 quid of the witches, and again you get some of the foresty terrain. I like the ones with the icons a little bit more. That's good. I'm not 100% sure that's worth the value. It will have to depend. That'll depend how much that one is. But 2 fantastic releases. We get the Dark. I'm calling them the Dark Eldar, and the Death Watch. Fine. And you get the new Killzone board, which is of course the one with the trees. I'm never touching this one. I just personally don't like it. I can understand why somebody might do, but I'm not really a huge fan of that specific board set. But yeah, definitely these normal releases, happy to have. And then, I mean, there's a new, which isn't Shadespire anymore, but they're getting a 2nd edition. Speed Freaks looks, seems to be tailored towards more 40k stuff. I got a little bit excited when in this video they had this, where there's a scene where I was like, that's Kill Team, but that's not Kill Team, that's actually just 40k. Just, I think with, on the Sector Imperialis or whatever, but I was like, oh, it's not going to happen. I'm not sure the Orc thing is going to actually tie into Kill Team. The more I think about it, the less likely I think that actually is. And there's some Blood Bowl stuff. That's really about it. So I guess the 2 main things really are the new releases, which are the Death World Forest Killzone, the Death Watch. Death Watch, I wonder if they did that intentionally. The Drukhari thing, and then Rogue Trader, which I'd be very, very happy about if it wasn't for that one line. And as I said, I'm very, very, very much aware that I'm possibly jumping the gun. But I'm going to fight for our consumer rights to not have to buy stuff we don't want. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I realise, as I said, I'm early. I'm talking about it early, and I probably shouldn't. But you know me, like to the extent though, me and Katie were driving home from London. I was like, she was planning on buying the Dark Eldar thing. I was like, maybe don't. Like, I want to see what's in this box first. It's not like I want to see it. See, they like GW sell this like this is a good thing. Oh, there's stuff for tournament players in this box. Whereas all I think is like somebody who wants to go to tournaments, I'm like, I don't want to have to buy it if I don't want it. So, that's it. That's it. Right, I'm moaning. I'm not going to moan any longer. Let me know your thoughts. I know I've dwelled on one issue, which probably doesn't really matter. But I spoke about tactics before, and I've sort of, we went from like individual tactics in the boxes that you can't get in the core set, and I was like, that's bad. And I was like, well, maybe not if they don't use them at tournaments. And then Nova was like, you can only use the ones in the core book. I was like, whoa. But then Warhammer Fest, which is in September, the GW site, you actually can use your faction-specific tactics. So it's like, you still have to buy it. But I'm okay with having, like, if you need to buy your faction stuff, I'm sort of okay with it. But if you have to buy a core set or a Rogue Trader box that you're not that bothered about, then I'm definitely not okay with it. So we'll see. I'm angry about the situation, but I really shouldn't be because it's far too early. So I'm going to relax and I'm going to message them. I'm going to see what it is. I'm going to try and find out because I'm a journalist. No. Just making myself laugh. Anyway, yes, let's talk seriously now. I'm quite tired. I drove back from London. Did I mention it? I drove back from London today. Yes, so if you like the video, I always feel weird saying like if you like a video where I just talk about news, because I'm literally just talking about news and then moaning about stuff, then do like the video. If you have people, you can share it. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love you to subscribe. That is something I would like. And to like the video, I would like that as well. But thank you to all my Patreons. Yes, got that in. If you want to support me, there will be a link at the end for the Patreon, and there's a link in the description below. I do really, really appreciate that. I always like forget it and then squeeze in at the end. But other than that, you should have a most beautiful day, and goodbye. Bye.